Hey guys, it's Just ADHD Girlies. I'm your host Caroline. This is your host Shannon, and we are back with episode 2. And guess what? We got the big mics today.
And they're set up, but they're just far enough away since we yell that won't be deafening.
Yes.
Loud enough, but not our true loud selves.
Yeah, because we definitely didn't record on Tuesday.
No.
And suffered the consequences of little mics.
No mic problems.
All right.
What do we want to
Sweet
start off with?
You want to start us off?
Yeah, let's talk about. We always start off the audios, the pod's real hot. So
let's start hot.
Okay. So this is something that just really speaks to me. Maybe it has to do with just when you go out as a family, right? It's like me, my man, our daughter, when we go places with other people or going out to see other people, it's kind of weird if you're not when you're doing the meet and greets, right? If I showed up at your house and I was like, hey, how is everybody? And
oh right, just checking in, kind of checking the temperature.
Hey, how are you? Right? Or if no response, that's weird, right?
That is weird.
If you're
I've been there in my own house too.
But isn't that just so weird? You're hey, whatever, or you walk in or whatever and no one notices you're there or doesn't address you. That's just weird. Or they address everybody or if they address your kid and not you and you're there for a few hours and you're I
have been there.
Why do I have to be here if I'm not even involved? And that can be, or as simple as if we go somewhere as a couple or whatever, even if it's just me and him and we go as a couple and no one's making an effort to say anything, if he says hey, how are you or whatever, but we're having full conversations and say it's you and me and him, right? We're all upstairs. You're
double dates.
Yeah, a double dates or even
birthday parties,
stuff like that. It's you and me, or whatever. We obviously work together in multiple ways, in many ways, and then would it be so weird? Just doesn't even acknowledge it's there, or hey man, how's up? Hey, and then just crickets. That's weird. That would be socially awkward.
Well, and kind of side note to that, that's kind of a requirement that I even have with partners. I want to be with someone that's very welcoming and acknowledges everyone's presence. I do not I
can totally understand if someone has social anxiety.
For sure, that's totally different.
If you're basically you can also maybe it's just me, but you can pick up if someone's just being shy or awkward, or if they're being just completely standoffish and don't want anything to do with you. It's just so weird. And especially if you go places in large like you were saying, birthday parties. Yeah. If you have a big family or your kids are in certain things or they have cousins. Yeah. Not I was if you have a lot of cousins and stuff like that in your family or anything like that and you're at birthday parties and events and stuff or schools. Kids are in school. Right. You're going to be going to a lot of parties, and none of the parents are going to know each other, but, that's how you socialize, for your kid's sake, right? Yeah. I don't know. It's just so weird, when you go to these things. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that kind of, piggybacks off it, it's on, let me see, I sent it to you on.
Well, just, to, add, another level to that, definitely having divorced parents, on my mom's side, it's literally just she's an only child and it's my grandparents, but then on my dad's side it would be huge big parties. So how we were talking about last time with masking, I would almost have to do that at the big gatherings because I would love everybody, but I am someone that has social anxiety, so even as a kid I'd be I remember needing time to recharge and reset that social battery.
The other thing is when we were talking about parties and stuff. I remember going through, and this is something I sent you literally a few minutes ago. It's POV. You have babies and everyone wants to hold or wants photos of them holding your kids, but no one wants a photo with you and your kid. That was you're ow.
For you, Paige? For you, Paige.
I was oh. I was really listening. And then this part was really, I was no, I'm fine. It was realizing that all the pictures you have with your kids are selfies or your partner takes. Because when you go places, you're trying to capture your, not saying it has to be a mom thing or a dad thing, because I think my man takes just as many pictures of me and my daughter together as I take of him.
Right.
Sometimes I also see a cute moment that maybe he would just be like, where?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't notice. I'm like, oh, how cute are candids?
Yeah.
Mine are just like double chinned out.
Literally.
Like, just,
Luke
like,
will try to do candids, and I'll be like, that's when my like body morphine, body dysmorphic is. I'm like, please stop. Stop what you're doing. I'll take a selfie. Actually, it's fine. I'll control the angles.
Yeah,
right
you're
here.
like, side note, like when you see like the pictures, it's like selfies first tagged in, and you're like, it's you, and it's like your best self, and the next is like a wet cat or something.
Literally,
yeah,
like, especially being married to like a literal Ken doll.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and you're like,
you're kind of gorgeous. Can you
like,
calm down a little bit?
Yeah, and you're like, I'm like, no pressure on how you look. You're totally fine. And then you're just like,
yeah. But I don't wake up beauty and grace. I wake up with dark circles under my eyes.
I
and
wake
my
up
hair
like
is
a mother. I wake up like a mother, dehydrated, tired, stressed.
I woke up this morning and I looked in the mirror and I looked like George Washington. Like my hair was just like rolling backwards, and I was like, Luke is not awake right.
Does anybody else see this? Help.
I literally like so quickly grabbed a clip and threw my hair up, and Layla was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's all yours. I wasn't thinking about anyone pursuing me at 6 a.m.
All you say is pop up. And it's so but then like that circles back to like, you're like, once you become a mom, that's like a huge identity. I mean, I know that there's so many other things, but it's like, can we start taking better care of our moms? Like, please.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like, I don't even know if it's like families or like friends. I mean, I try to take, I'm not a huge person of like, oh, take a photo of me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally was going back and I was like, wow, before we started this, I was like, the last picture I took of like selfie was like before Maisie.
Yeah.
That I made like an effort. Like sometimes, and I don't know if that's like, I'm a big like live in the moment person. I'm like, wow, that was so much fun. I'm like, oh my god, we never took any photos.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing. It's like when you go to these things, like first birthday, after her birthday, I just sobbed. I was like, I didn't take a single photo. And then literally, I like put in like my family messages and like texted all my friends. I was like, if anyone has photos, like send them to me. And then I forgot. I was like, oh cool, we have Polaroids because I had that camera at her birthday.
Yeah.
And she'll be 3 this year. But I was like, it's crazy because like photos are sometimes I'm not saying I have like dementia. I'm not even 30. But like sometimes I'm like, you're living so hardcore in that moment that you're like, wow, I wish I could like look back and like actually look at it, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like I kind of am the picture friend, because like when I got to my second birthday, I was super pregnant her first birthday.
Yeah.
But when I got to her second birthday, as soon as I got out of the car, I was like,
yeah,
I love to be that friend.
Yeah, I was just like,
friend.
It's fine, we're still setting up.
Yeah,
it's fine.
She was super bald.
Yeah, and now it's like a head of hair, and she's like, the piggies, and I'm like, girl.
The piggies. Did you ever see that mom piggies or bunnies every morning?
Oh, that's so cute. We're not at bunnies yet.
Just piggies.
It's not long enough to bend over.
I love the piggies. They're like
little
directly in the air. I love the piggies.
That's really, really cute. But yeah, I don't know. Take care of our mom friends, right?
Yeah,
that's
and
I feel
not
even just your friends. Maybe it's like family too. But maybe these are things of like, I don't know if it's like a generational thing, because like, cell phones weren't like, oh, let me whip it out. I mean, like, not shading our parents or anyone in that generation, but like people, like their parents weren't like, hold on, let me get a little quick pic of this one. Like they're like, hold on, click or whatever like that. I mean,
well, and I also feel like on the other side of that, sometimes as a mom, it's really easy to like isolate yourself.
Yeah,
like I definitely did that, and like having like the friends that I've gotten like after having Blue is like, they're like, do you want to hang out? And I'll want to say no, but then I just try to say yes. I try to like since I've had Blue, I try to say yes a lot more.
That's the other thing, is because like you're trying to do the best for your kids no matter what you're doing, and you're like, even if there's people in your lives that are like forcefully there, whether they're family, friends you've just had for so long.
For the kids.
Exactly, and which sounds like such a marriage thing, which is to make it work for the kids.
But you're
like, it's so true, because you're like,
to have a positive
exactly.
childhood.
Whether you're in the background, the fake it till you make it even works with that, because you're like, maybe at some point, if there's someone that in your family that really just like, well, not in your family, or if like associate with your family, right? That you're just like, oh, they don't really make an effort with me. They're great with me. I'm like, at least that they have that. Like, if you don't like me, that's a real shame. sorry.
That's real shame.
I don't mean it to sound out so, like, don't really care.
I deserve a 5-star review. If you don't like me, if you're lost.
Well, that I mean it in a way, like, I mean, honestly, like, if there's anyone out there that's watching this and you don't like me, I want to know. Well, I don't really want to know.
Actually, don't tell me, because
don't tell me. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, like, what might have been such a friendship ending or, like, a situation, like, ending that was really, like, that was it for me. It might have been, like, completely gone for me. Like, I might have not even registered because, like, we're ADHD girlies. We might not even notice that if I said something that upset you or I did something that upset you, then, like, I don't know if you don't talk about it. And I think that's, so like, true. Now, like, in my, like, I wouldn't even say it's a healing era. It's just, like, it takes so much effort to be so bitter and mad at people that I'm like, I don't have it in me, because when I'm bitter and I'm holding on to things, whether it's, like, past friendships, past, I wouldn't even say relationships, it's all in the past. Right. But, like, any past, if it's anything that has to do with the past, like, situations, people, conversations, like, I can't go back and change them. I can only move forward from it, and if that's how they feel, like, and there's nothing I can say and do, because if you don't tell me you have a problem, I really don't know what's there. Just think, oh, well, it ended. Right. Oh, that's over. Or, oh, you just don't like me. Like, but if you just show it for my kid, that's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially during my, like, my past marriage and my, like, divorce, there's definitely friendships that I lost that I feel like I'll mourn forever. Like, I'll always, like, but I truly don't have any, like, hate. Like, I feel like how you feel. Like, if there was a misunderstanding, like, there's so much love, though. Like, for those memories and for those moments and those people, and in that time that they were there in my life, like, I have so much love and gratitude, and, like, it is what it is. And, I mean, after my divorce, I really did try to kind of, like, hash it out and make a blank slate, because I knew that I was in, like, a narcissistic relationship where there was a lot of, like, love bombing and conditioning to where I felt like people were out against me, but they weren't. They weren't.
They were just trying to be there for you, and you're like, I don't know what this is. This is like, every day I was
being told that, like, nobody wanted to have me in their life. And when you get told that every day,
you're gonna start to believe it. Yeah. Like, if people tell you that, like, if someone says, like, oh, you're this person, or you're a nasty person, or like, oh, like, you're super hyper, or you're never gonna do this, like, it's the negative self-talk. It's like, if you think that, like, say, for example, oh, I'm never gonna do a podcast, I'm never gonna get there. I'm like, you're never gonna get there if you don't think you're gonna get there, because you're never gonna put yourself out there enough to get there.
Like, the end of my divorce, I had no hobbies, I had no identity. I mean, I had, like, I was a shell. I went vegan out of spite. I went vegan out of spite because I was really trying to, like, fight to find my independence again.
You were, like, vegan.
Yeah. Like, and he, like, went away for, like, a training, and I went vegan. And because he was away. And then he came back and he was pissed. And I was like, well, I want to try something for myself. Like, because at that point in my life, I was, like, 21, and I truly felt like I had no identity. And you know that phrase, like, if you, it was like, if you stand for nothing, you don't stand for anything at all.
Yeah, if you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing.
Exactly, yeah.
Is that it?
If you don't stand for something, you stand for, like, nothing at all. Or something like that. We'll put the quote here.
Put it right here.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
But that's how I felt. I felt like I didn't stand for anything.
I really loved going to Mod Pizza every time we hung out in so many places.
I didn't.
Chipotle or
I was always like, can we get Thai food or Mexican?
Right, because I love all those places now.
Yeah, but no, it was a really weird time in my life, and I feel like I was almost, like, asleep from, like, 18 to 25, then somebody just shook me awake.
Okay. You know? Or was it more like, you're like, I'm gonna take this trauma and toss it in the back?
Well, honestly, when our editor / my sister best friend Lexi, she moved in with me. We met at work, and she moved in with me in 2018. Yeah. And she was like, girl, this is, like, not good.
This is weird.
Yeah, like, you're not being treated well. And I was like, oh, really?
You're like, really? Other people see that?
And then I started to kind of, like, start to hear stories about, like, when I was, like, younger, because I met this person when I was, like, young, too. I was only 15. So it was, like, 10 years of my life. Yeah. And then I started to hear stories that I literally blacked out, like, being yelled at and not remembering it. And, like, I don't know.
It's how your body handles, like,
your body
trauma.
keeps the score.
Yeah, and your body's like, it's gone. Ding. We're going to take that little information and toss it out of there.
Yeah. And like we talked about last episode, my frontal lobe was like not fully developed, or no female's frontal lobe is fully developed until they're 25. And it was literally like I turned 25 and I filed for divorce. Like, I'm not kidding. I literally turned 25 in July. I filed for divorce in August. Yeah. Like, I can't make this shit up.
It's
the light turned on.
The developed has developing.
And you know what? It's so funny because, like, we separated and we did the separation rules, and I lived alone for the first time since I was a child. Yeah. And because I married him as literally a child, and I lived alone in the house, and I just started finding my hobbies. I started going to farmers markets.
Yeah, and you were
I watched Wreck-It Ralph. And I, like, connected with my inner child. I, like, just started doing things again. Yeah. I started coloring. I started...
enjoying things.
Yeah, because I wasn't allowed to,
casually
be
not
myself.
Being vegan.
Yeah, I started eating, like, food. Like, real food.
Wow, home-cooked meal?
No, literally, it was, like, as soon as he moved out, I started, like, introducing seafood back into my diet and chicken back into my diet.
Which is great. I love that we can now eat foods better.
Yeah, no, we love food.
I mean, if anyone's vegan, like, I totally love you. And I'm just joking. For Caroline.
Oh, you know what's funny though is your mom told me, because I was telling her about being vegan. She was telling me about being vegan, and I was like, oh yeah, but like my blood type is O, and that's really bad for your blood type. If you've ever looked into like the blood type diet,
I haven't, but I'm sure both my parents have.
But you're O too. Your mom told me that you're O positive.
Am I?
That's what she said. She said you told her that.
I might have, but like I don't remember these things. That's the ADHD. It's the early onset.
No, I'll be literally so sad if you get dementia, and I'll just put you on podcast.
I guess I won't be sad because I won't remember to be. Dang. But yeah, I don't know. And this goes. I mean, we were talking about like ending like friendships and stuff, and like that's the other thing is like I have. Or, like, just friendships come in seasons, right? Like, I have a friend or whatever, and, I mean, she's got 3 kids. I got just the one. Yeah. And it's...
But everybody parents... Some people can parent 20 kids.
But that's okay. We had a funny conversation, literally. I was like, sorry, like, I didn't get back to you, whatever.
Eyebrow.
The daughter is daughtering hard today, or whatever. And I was like, I know I can't complain you have 3. She's like... They play with each other. Yeah. She's like, you're like, no. She was like, your life is harder because I made more, so they play together. Right. Like, I don't envy you. It's literally her words. And I was like, I love you.
Because one is hard. One with yourself is hard. I mean, even having 2 with the age gap is nice.
The other thing that we talked about, which is really funny, that, like, we're talking about friends and seasons. It's the same friend that I have that literally went almost a whole year without talking. There's no problems. We're just... really busy in the season, but she was actually one of the first people that called and was like, I watched your whole podcast. I was like, has it been out a whole hour? Oh my god, that's crazy. And then she had like called me and was like, oh, I love her. And I'm like, oh, I love that. I didn't even know her. That's so great. Maybe she's a real different person.
I love you too.
Yeah, she's so sweet. You know it's you.
You know it's you.
She knows it's her. She'll watch this. She'll probably be the first person to watch this too. But it's just like that's how friendships are. Like you have friends, and then that's the other thing on the flip of the opposite. I know that there's friends that probably talk to me every single.
Flip of the opposite.
The flip of the opposite. The flip of the opposite. There are people out there that I probably talk to on a daily basis that still haven't watched the first one.
Same.
What is the thing that Lexi said?
I'm married to him.
Shut up, Elliot. It's funny because...
He told me it's awkward to watch it, which I like... It took me a week to watch the first episode.
It took me 30 seconds of trying to be like,
can I watch it?
It's not me wanting to watch it for vanity. It's me to watch it like, how bad do I want to like escape my own body watching this?
But we actually said that in the first episode. You're like, I'm going to watch it immediately. And I was like, I'm never going to watch it.
Yeah, and I was like, I like to watch myself. And I was like...
But I think you just want to like...
I want to watch it and be like, how awkward is this for everyone else? Because how bad is this for everyone else? But
no, I think if they feel like they're just sitting with us. Yeah. I feel like they're sitting with us. When people talk to us about what we talked about in the episode, I feel like connected to them, like as if they're there. And like that's the whole point is like we're just trying to build a community. Yeah. A community of a lot of like stay-at-home moms that don't have a lot of girl time. Yeah. Like we are creating this to have girl time.
We're trying to do that for them so that they can be like, oh wow, I really relate. Or even if there's that slight person that's like, wow, I thought I was just, like, being really, like, spastic. Or I, like, the more that we talk about, like, some of the ADHD things, like, stuff like that. Because this is going to be, like, a rolling thing. We're going to have weeks that I'm like, hey, guess what I learned? Crochet. And then the next week you're like, how's it crocheting? And you're like, oh, we stopped that 3 episodes ago.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
it's just things that we're going to pick up and talk about. Like, I mean, maybe not crocheting. I don't really like.
Yeah.
Whatever. But, I don't know. These are just things. The other thing that I was saying before you got really excited about me saying the flippity flopper.
Sorry.
The flippity dippity.
That's my
on the other side.
ADHD.
On the other side of things, it's like there are people that literally talk to me on a daily basis or like in my face that are like my besties that probably haven't watched this, like I had said. Yeah. And then Lexi had made a comment and said it was probably a post. I don't know if it was her actual post. Yes. But it was the post that was like, support your friends like you do your celebrities. Guess what? I don't know how to tell you this, but Kim K does not get a single dollar from me reposting her.
I mean, she probably does, and that's like...
Well, that's the thing is, like, she doesn't need it.
No,
she doesn't need it. This is a self-funded project.
Right.
Like,
it's different, too, when you're supporting, like I try to repost a video that has 2 likes, or a video that has thousands of likes.
Yeah,
like,
it just depends. Like, if it's something that I really enjoy, or something that I like, or
you
like,
resonate with,
Yeah, if I really resonate with it, and that's what the point of this is, to hopefully get people that resonate with this. The other thing is that, you know, like, showing out and supporting your friends. Like, if any of my friends have a business, tag us. Let us know. Like, that's how we want to support people. Like,
I will share everything. I love...
That's the thing.
Stories is my favorite type of social media, and I love... And it's also... It goes away... It's like Snapchat. It goes away in 24 hours.
Yeah, and that's
why is it going to hurt you to share something
of
that
us
we did
or someone else? Like, support your friends. Like, be their biggest, like, supporter. Like, support your friends like you do Walmart or Amazon or going to Target. Like,
yeah.
I'm good there all the time.
Also, and like, this is like side note, but I have watched some people, just because an account has a huge following, repost some like cringy like videos, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but if I did that and you guys reposted that, nobody would repost it. They'd be like, delete this. Yeah, you're like, that's the only thing that's kind of bizarre to me, because I'm like,
move of the day.
Uh-oh. Sorry. It's okay. Do you want your stool closer to you?
No, I do want to.
It's okay, we can.
No, because my legs aren't that long.
I keep mine like directly under me.
Yeah, but then it's little and it's slightly higher than a chair, so I'm like this.
I'll get another mushroom.
It's fine. I don't need it. It's fine. I can sit like this.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. I can do this. I don't know. I just want people to be like authentic. I think it's authentic if your friends support you.
Yeah.
Well, or not even friends. Like, if you aren't my friend and you want to be my friend. Like,
right.
And I'm not saying to be my friend you have to buy our merch to be my friend. That's
so
stupid. Like, it takes 2 seconds to be like, just like a shout out to be like, hey, like, I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or something, like, let us know. Like, or if you want us to talk about something, or if you have questions, like, reach out to us so we know. Like, we got a lot going on in our brains that if someone's like, like someone had mentioned something before casually, we're not going to remember it.
Right, and we want to, want to be more interactive. We want to start doing Twitch at night, doing live streams.
We want to do engagements with people. Yeah. Like, if people have things that they want us... Whoa.
That's icy, baby.
You want to hear a fact? That's probably my water from last night.
Just ice is still there? Oh, we should.
Yeah.
Actually, we should cheers and shout out because we love Simply Modern.
Yeah, mine's backwards because I can't cheers it backwards with a broken wrist.
Love you. Honestly?
It all went out my nose, and that's going to be on the camera. Nothing like peach to the sinus.
Oh my gosh, I've done that with the BCA powders, and it like snort it out, and I'm like, whoa!
You're like, I'm ready.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, we're still funny.
Man, I wanted to piggyback off of something you said, but I totally forgot.
Wow, that's crazy. It's like
I'm active listening, but then I'm like also trying to...
like trying to think of things. Yeah, like that's the other thing. Like I think that people just think that we're down here just talking. I mean, we are, but at the same time, like
we are heavily produced.
Yeah,
we are really working hard.
We're really trying to work. We both have kids. You know, we both have other stuff we're doing. Yeah. We both have other jobs,
and we like are trying so hard to prioritize this because I also feel like us investing in ourselves and investing in this like little baby is investing in our future. That's a great time to add in, speaking of friends supporting us.
Good idea.
Do you want me to say it or you want to say it?
Go ahead.
So me and Shannon were both offered a position in a marketing agency. because I truly think it is because of the podcast.
Which is great.
And us just, like, throwing ourselves out there, because she was one of the first people to, like, put us all over her stories, to repost us.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is, like,
she was so proud of our promo shoot.
So nice. Like,
literally before we even put out an episode.
Yeah.
She was so proud of us.
It's people that are, there's just people that want to be like, wow, I see people trying.
Yeah.
I love that. And you let me just be really cocky because I'm so great. I was just stupid.
I love it. I think we are great. And you know what? We're going to say it. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Inevitable Agency. Your girlies got jobbies.
Yeah.
Woo. Can we do a cheers? Let's do a cheers. Woo!
Can we actually put a sound in
Yes.
there? I love that.
I mean, and
but this is also makes it easier for us to do stuff, because it's like we were a what was the nice word that we used last time?
Fun employed. Oh wait, Zoe uses that one.
I love that
Fun
for her.
employment. I love that.
I love that for her. Well, we were saying this is a
passion project.
Yeah. And this was funded by tax returns.
Yeah.
Tax returns. Tax refunds. Shout out to not getting married. That's okay.
Shannon's still waiting. Marilyn,
hello?
Get it together.
Hello? Is this the IRS?
They're like, call, they're watching.
Yeah, right? To like... So weird.
Yeah.
Whatever, it is.
But now, now we have
but
funding
this is just
to where
something,
we can
yeah,
take
we
care
also
of
have,
ourselves.
like, this is so much fun for us, but, like, we also have, like, other things we're working on.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes of things that are going to come to...
And we're always going to share, like, if we're doing something individually, if we're doing something together, we're going to share it all over our socials.
We're going to let you guys know the process. We just have to make sure there's one there before we're just like, we want to make sure we have something to say before we're like, oh, by the way, that fell through, and everyone's, like, waiting for something to happen that's not going to happen, you know? Like we said.
Well, and you and I are both, like, definitely, like, perfectionists, because I remember even some of my friends were like, you should just drop, like, a hint that you're doing a podcast, and I was like, I can't. No. I physically can't.
Because you're like, what if it takes us, like, what if something happened and we had, like, a whole nother month we couldn't put anything up?
Yeah. I couldn't even really celebrate the day that we, like, hard launched everything, because I was just, like, behind the scenes, like...
Yeah, I couldn't because my family had the stomach flu.
But we were like on the phone. I mean, and it's crazy because, like, I do wish that that's something I could change about myself, because we were getting such positive feedback and so much, and I could not take a pause.
Honestly, I feel like everything's working out the way it is. Like, we literally tell each other all the time. Like, literally just yesterday, I was like, "Is this real? I know. Are we doing this
every day?"
And it's not even like we're sitting here. It's not even like we're sitting here and we're like, "Wow, look at us multimillionaires." That's not us. No. We know that's not us. No. Like we said, it's still very passionate.
It's very passion
project. And there's so many things that we're passionate about. Like, Caroline has a lot of herself in this, and I have a lot of myself in this. But we're both separate people with similar interests, but we're also separate people. So we have different interests. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I mean, even, like, if we're being really honest right now, like, a lot of the colors and designs, Caroline's vibe, and I love Caroline. So
I am a Hello Kitty girly.
Yeah, this is giving, oh my gosh, what is it? It's giving, what is it, like kawaii or some shit?
Oh yeah, that's
the first time I said something bad today.
But honestly, that's like my innards. Like, it's funny because my house is very much like your vibe, like boho, which is sage, like colors. Yeah, but my insides are bubblegum pink.
Yeah, I'm very neutral, warm tones, like earthy, like, but that's also like a lot of things, like, you know, like, I'm a certified yoga teacher. Yeah. I'm very just like, I hate these terms, so this can be a transition.
I'm a certified girly pop.
Yeah, you are. You're a certified bubblegum princess. And, like, this, we can use this as a transition, because this is also something that we have something in common. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that, you know, I don't like to say I'm a crunchy mom, I'm an iPad mom, I'm a silky mom. I'm really not any of those. I'm I want to call myself a mindful mom. Yeah.
Right? In all seriousness, I am a certified personal trainer, but, like, I don't, like, identify.
No. I'm not, like, when it comes to being, like, a yoga teacher kind of thing, I mean, I literally was super pregnant with Maisie when I got my certification. It was great. So I felt like a house.
Well, and honestly, that's what I love about Just ADHD Girlies is, like, it will never trap us in a box.
Yeah, we can literally be anything we want to be, and we're gonna be what we're gonna be. Like, that's the thing is, like, I see a lot of things, and you even brought it up yesterday. There's a lot of yoga people out there that you see that are, like, fake love and light, and oh god. like, catching the vibes. I'm like, dude, some days it's just like, wow, this shit sucks.
Yeah, what did I say the other day that I was like, I want to put this on merch? It was like, it's not always love and light. Sometimes it's just shit. It's just
it's
shit.
true.
I'm making that a bumper sticker for sure.
Yeah, we'll add that to the whatever.
Yeah, the e-commerce website.
Yeah, right, we'll put that on there. It's so true, because, like, sometimes you wake up and you're like, nah, we'll try again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Oh, or there's days that you're like, wow, I could get so much done. And then there's some days that you think you're going to get a lot done, and then you don't. Like, you're just like, I like to be mindful of the things I'm doing, the things I say
Intuitive.
At home.
Yeah.
And that's how I eat. Like, I've had people, like I've said in the last podcast, are you sure you've eaten enough today? And I'm like, I was like, my body is literally, like, I'm 5 foot. Like, what? How do you want me to go to a Golden Corral for 5 hours? Like, where am I going to put it in my body? Like, my stomach is only as big as I can.
I've had the literal opposite, where people have walked up to me and are like, wow, you're eating again. And I'm like I'm going to go cry, actually, right now in the bathroom.
You're like, don't get me wrong. I can still eat, but it's like, it's got to be something I'm passionate about. Sorry. Yeah. Like, moving around in this chair is, like, a passion of mine.
Yeah, we're going to get Shannon a new chair. I think that's the next expense.
Somebody sponsor us. What chair? What about those ADHD chairs?
Yeah.
That spin around.
That would be
Maybe
fun.
not. Maybe put the locks on. So
now that we have a stationary mic, we might be able to get away with.
So then I keep rolling in and out to sound.
Well, soon we'll have our carpet in here. We don't have a carpet in here yet, but we're going to have that nice shag.
Or heat.
The
blankets are aesthetic and for warmth.
Yeah, it's actually going to be crazy. Like, next
if you guys
week's
actually
episode,
saw what the pod room looked like, you'd be like...
Yeah, maybe I'll do, like, in stories. Maybe I'll do a behind the scenes.
Yeah,
like a tour.
Behind the scenes, and they're like, wow, that's a...
Yeah.
It's a box of tools.
And it's just going to be there for 24 hours.
Yeah, because then you're going to be like, screenshot it.
Yeah, literally.
And that's so true, because it's like what you guys think. It's like, wow, this is so perfect and so well thought out. There are moments that it's well thought out, and there's moments that are like,
yeah. Well, like Tuesday, we filmed a whole episode.
And my mic literally died 6 minutes in. I'm like...
Yeah. So if things are a little wonky this week...
Well, also, like we said, there, we are also doing this stuff with, Zoe and the gang, and...
The agency. I love the way that sounds. I'm like...
I know, it sounds really fancy, but...
Yeah, I'm working with an agency
It's just a bunch of girly popping.
And I love it. And they are so smart.
They're just so kind.
They're so kind.
It's not even
so
like...
cool.
Yeah,
they're all over the country. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not even one of those things where you're just, like, watching and you're like... Or, like, you're listening or, like, you see... Like, when you see interactions, you're like, wow, 90% of it's fake. Yeah. Not at all.
No.
Like, it doesn't feel like they're like, wow, these are, like, women supporting women.
No, I cried. Yeah. Like, I could cry literally now.
I literally cried when you sang me this song. I was like, oh, the hurt.
I was like... she's talking about Jessie Reyes. I want to be a great one.
Yeah, you sent it.
I could literally cry thinking about that song.
Yeah, you're like, send me this. I'm like, oh, raising the car passed out. I'm in the backyard. There's like construction workers in my front yard. I'm like, let me just press the...
Since that song has come out, I listen to that when I need to, like, get recentered. Talking about being intuitive.
Like cry?
Because, no, just, like, when I need to be, like, what do you want? You don't want to get stuck ever again how you felt in the past.
I thought you were saying, like, I really just need a solid cry.
Oh, I cry once, twice a day.
I know.
I love to cry.
Kids.
I'm a Cancer rising also.
So am I. Right?
I think you're a Gemini rising.
I feel like aren't our things literally going the same?
Yeah, we gotta do your chart. Maybe I'll drop that.
We have done it like 6 times. We'll put our charts right here. If you want to put your charts in there.
I'm a big Kwai baby. That's what my chart is.
Yeah. I have kids, so they give...
I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
They make me cry. Are you sure you're not thinking of the song? Tears. And then, we should circle back to what we were trying to say earlier about being mindful, right?
Yeah, no, I totally agree because
we were talking about our kids a second ago too.
Yeah, well, and honestly, like living intuitively
can be so whatever.
It's just like it's a state of my life.
Eat snacks. Yeah, mm-hmm. That's the other thing. I'm like, I was really thinking about this yesterday.
Yeah,
and I was getting really frustrated, as all moms do. I'm like, just eat your dinner, dude. Like, but like she
that
did
time
snack.
Of day too.
We're
that
also transitioning
time.
From like a different just like a different life, not like a different life, but like things are just different. She's getting to a different age. She's now home more.
Right.
Instead of at, a daycare anymore.
Yeah. Well, you guys are like transitioning your whole lifestyle.
Yeah, we really are. Yeah. And I mean, now I'm back to working at home. I was working full time.
As a teacher, right? Basically, teacher's aide,
Sure, whatever you want to call it. I was working for a school system, working with kids, and my whole mindset was, wow, oh my God, I'm literally... What I pay in childcare I'm literally watching other people's kids all day. And I wasn't I'm not like a teacher. Like, I'm not like, I'm out here teaching your kids. That's not me. Mm-hmm. But I was working in a school system, and I was like, my entire paycheck is for someone else to watch my kid.
And when you're that only adult with a child, basically all day, that is like what you're doing. You are guiding them through that day. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like,
I'm honestly like, I felt like a glorified babysitter, and like, not to be whatever, because I know that there's teachers out there, and like, if you're a teacher, do not take this whatever. What you do is so important for these kids.
It's everything.
I can't do it without the help
teachers
of, like...
Teachers change the world.
No, exactly. Yeah. And, like, honestly, like, even, the daycare that she went to before, her daycare, it was a home daycare. Big shout out to her, because, honestly, like, she spent the first year of my life... Well, I had a little over a year and a half old.
Right.
And then she started going to daycare, and then she was there for a year. And I remember the daycare person texting me and was like, oh, it's our 1-year anniversary with me just as long as she was with you. And I was like...
Oh, pause.
I was like, oh...
Shots fired.
I was like, live, laugh, love that. Yeah. Like, I was like, awesome. And that was like something eye-opening. I was like, I'm literally just working to put her somewhere else when I could literally be not just like working to have her home. Yeah, because I know that she misses me, and I'm like, I'm giving you 2 hours of my day.
And that's just not the kind of mom that you are.
No, that's just how that's how I want to be. And like, when it comes to like how I parent, I'm not saying I'm the perfect parent. Good God, literally, I just got told me last night. God, no. You yell at me. And I was like, okay, big words.
Wait, what did she say again about her heart?
Oh, yeah. Her big thing is, I love you, my heart forever. And she's like, you know heart. I was like,
whoa, Shane.
I was like, dang, just because I said it was time for bed, disrespect. And she said, you yell at me. And I was like, I just said it was time for dinner and to go to bed, but...
I guess I did.
Hop off, sis, whatever you say.
Yeah, kids love to gaslight at bedtime. They
love to gaslight you at bedtime. She does it all the time. She goes... Oh, and she's left-handed, and I'm not left-handed, but, like, she wants to do, like, left-handed drawing things, and I'm, like, trying to do it, she's like, no, like this, and I'm like, that thing, that shirt that you have, it's like, you can't scare me, I have kids. I'm like, you can't make me cry, I already did today, like, it's 9 a.m., I've cried twice, because I'm getting bullied by a 2-year-old, like, I'm like, there's so many things that I've noticed with her behavior and stuff that is, like, changing, and I think it has to do with, like, just the way that we do things at home. Like, I'm not saying how I do things is better than anyone else. Like, this is how I think. Like, when I'm saying the mindful mom stuff, like, I don't want to say, I'm crunchy, I'm silky, I'm this, I'm that. Because I'm really not. Do I still let her watch TV? 1,000%. Yeah. Does all of her medications and stuff that she takes die free? 100%. Are we still going to use Tylenol Motrin? Sure.
Right.
Do we use...
But just switching to, like, more natural routes.
Yeah, like if there's a natural way to do it, I'll try. Does she do, like, an elderberry thing? Sure. Right. Does she do local honey to help with allergies? Sure. Does she also take dye-free Claritin? 1,000%.
Oh, and also the, you wanted to talk about the beef towel.
Yeah. Towel?
Towel.
Tallow.
I know a lot about natural things.
Wait. Can we have a spot where it's just like a towel? Would it be like a... What would it be?
Listen, Shannon tells me a lot of things over voice memo, and it sounds like towel.
Tallow. It's literally whipped beef tallow. So, my daughter has eczema, and we've been using coconut oil.
Right.
But that's like, I was reading, and that's like, it seals in moisture. So, if there isn't moisture, it's not doing anything. Skin, but it is supposed to be antimicrobial or antibacterial or one of those fancy ones. And I thought, well, that'll help. Didn't. And then we were using, like, plain old Aquaphor and everything, and I was like, cool. Like, every season it would go away, but then it gets worse, and I'm like, awesome. And I saw somebody on TikTok, and I was like, can't steer me wrong, and whatever. And then I found it, and I found, like a person on Etsy that, I think her name's, like, Lady May. Okay. I'll add it, because I literally love this stuff. Yeah. She has so much stuff there. There's a difference between, like, cooking grade tallow and, like, skin grade.
Right.
Am I really sure what it is? No. But I know which one I have. And I know that it's different. And the skin one is whipped. So it's, like, really, really fluffy like a shea.
Okay, like a shea butter. Yeah.
So even my skincare has changed because I just noticed a difference. So, like, I put on one arm, I put, like, in her little elbow pit or whatever the medical term is. Your little elbow pitty.
The innards.
The what?
The innards.
It just sounds like she's like a turkey.
That's really smart though to test one side.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, if it's not gonna work or it's gonna have a bad reaction, you only know it's half.
Well, that's what the skincare people say. They always say like test it on your palm and stuff. Yeah, before your face.
And like your hair dyes and stuff. I don't
never
do that. No, we're just like,
we'll do some things as a test.
We'll just test it out, and then we're like, whatever.
Yeah, when it comes to me, I'm like, I don't care. I'll test it for my kids.
Like,
for sure.
I'll try it first. I did use it on my face, and it seemed to be fine.
Oh, that's
And that's
nice.
the most sensitive. I feel like for me, the sensitive part of my skin is whatever. Don't quote me because I'm not wearing foundation.
That's okay.
I lost it. I literally opened my makeup bag.
Our sound is up here now, so I think they can still hear whispering.
I don't know. I literally like opened my makeup bag in the car. I was like, all right, we're going to do quick makeup in the car. Nobody Caroline's, and it's gone. And it's gone.
Yeah. But honestly, I noticed even like the last time we filmed, on Tuesday, I did like a heavier makeup, and like I just don't like heavy makeup anymore.
It's
like
just,
I just
it
like
irritates
concealer
my skin.
and lashes.
It irritates my skin.
Yeah,
I use the concealer. This is not a I wouldn't even say it's like not a healthy brand. It's a fine brand.
Yeah.
The NYX brand or NYX.
Oh yeah, I like NYX.
So I just literally use. They have like a serum based. It's like Bear With Me, like BARE, not Bear.
A serum.
Yeah, it's a serum based concealer, and I just literally use that. But I use the whole thing on my face because I'm just consistently pale. Like, from here to here.
The only serum I really like, my like skincare.
But it's a foundation one.
Oh,
like,
that's
it's
nice.
a concealer one.
Like almost like a BB cream.
Yeah.
Or like
so
a
it's
CC
nice.
cream.
So I just use that because my skin's been breaking out recently. That's so great, and I love that.
Yeah.
But that's unrelated to anything else I've been using. That is just like could be hormonal or something. Cause love you. We're saying for.
Well, that's like the only thing I use is the niacinamide, and that's specifically for breakouts. And you're just like you put it on like right after the shower. You let it like soak. It kind of is like a little tingly. Yeah. But my esthetician friend told me that if you have like sensitive skin, 1 to 2 to 3 products, that's all you really need.
That's all I use on my face right now is African black soap is my like cleanser. Right. And I also use the beef tallow whipped. I use that in the morning. And then if my skin's really dry because it's winter and she gets dry, it's like a whipped shea butter, which is just a little bit thicker. Yeah. I just do like CeraVe. Yeah. I used to do like a huge long skincare, and then I switched probably around the same time that I started. We can get into that after this. When I started like vitamin therapy. Yeah. That's the other thing. I switched to CeraVe, and I only do just the like bubbling face wash, and then I do their cream. And they have like, moisturizer and then a full body cream, and I just stick with that, and it seems to work. I mean, that's me. If I can find a natural version of it, I'm gonna try. Right. Am I still down for Taco Bell? Time and time again. I actually really wanted it tonight. Am I still gonna go get cookies? Sure. Yeah. Am I gonna, if I can find a natural or a healthier version to do it, I'll do it. Right. Because I know it's better. I try to eliminate dyes from our foods. Knowing, as me being an ADHD girly, having a girly, knowing that ADHD is apparently on the mother's side. Yeah. Also, her dad is also an ADHD.
I mean, same, yeah.
Yeah.
Same
so guess what?
Both of us,
I'm really thinking over
Mom
here.
And dad, ADHD.
2 ADHDs. Maybe we'll hit the jackpot. Maybe it'll be like multiplication. 2 negatives making nothing. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just trying to set her up. Also, I just really don't like how the dyes make me feel. Maybe it's just I'm really sensitive.
Well, and kids, they find that especially red 40 can create hyperactivity, aggression.
I used to give her these. Drag me in the comments. I used to give her like. There'll be people.
They're ready.
They're ready. The keyboard warriors. I used to let her have like like fruit snacks, like the really like crap ones, and I used to let her have like I don't know, like the gummy.
I mean, honestly, same.
Ones.
We just this year just switched to all the Annie fruit snacks.
Yeah. We do a lot of the Annie stuff. We also do the Target version of Annie's or the Great Value version because they're literally the same. Right. The only difference is the manufacturer, like label, like with the Lulu leggings and the Kirkland leggings.
Right. Yeah.
Why am I gonna spend $8? Because I'm like, it says good and gather. It's good, and we're gonna gather a bunch of these. We're gonna
just like we're gonna buy and go.
Yeah, buy. Anyway, gonna buy and go out of the store. I don't know. I just think that if there's, I didn't even drink that.
I just embarrassed her a little bit.
If I can find a better way to do it, I will do it. If I'm not, if it ain't fixed, don't broke.
Well, and I feel like we're
kind of backwards.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I said, if it ain't fixed, don't broke.
Why does, like, I feel like phrases are so easy when you're, like, talking casually and then you're, like, filming yourself for the internet.
No, I think it's
like,
because...
no phrase.
I think it's ADHD. My brain is working faster than my mouth is like, hold on, hold on, wait.
It's like this, and you're,
it's
like, grabbing
piecing
the
letter.
pieces.
It's like, this is what we want to say. And it's all backwards. Yeah, your turn. Your turn.
Me and Fern.
Yeah, and I got ficus over here.
Fern and ficus.
Yes.
Between two plants.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, so...
What about... Did you want to talk about vitamin therapy?
Yeah, I did want to...
Your turn?
I did want to mention, I literally used to have the worst immune system. Mm-hmm. Like, I would be taking Mucinex, like, every single month. And probably, like, the beginning of, like, the beginning of 2019, I was going to Mexico in the middle of the winter. Yep. And I was like, I cannot get sick. Like, because I'm going to go from snow to tropical to back to snow. Yeah. So I started to look into vitamin therapy.
Sounds like Maryland in general.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. You can
snow,
have, like, the
75 degrees the next day. 32.
Literally.
And you're like, who has the flu again?
Right. No, that was me. Like, and even as a kid, I always had strep, I had mono, I had literally everything. Like, my family doesn't have strong immune systems. Like, a lot of autoimmune disease, BRCA positives.
If you want to hear about our medical conditions, stay tuned for
We'll get into
3.
it. Maybe we'll have, like, a specific, medical episode.
Yeah,
but...
if everyone wants to know what's wrong with us besides ADHD, tune in next week.
Right. But yeah, so I started Immune Renew by the company Now. I love you guys so much. Yeah. If they wanted to sponsor this episode, I would love that because I just am in love with them. They're amazing. Yeah. But yeah, so I started Immune Renew. So you take it every day. I took it with my Claritin at the time, or any, like, loratadine allergy tablet, and it literally changed my life. Yeah. And then, like, a year later, I, after being vegan, I really wanted to, like, regulate myself again because I was really irregulated. And I started taking probiotics that were, like, female-based. And I swear it's the reason I got pregnant immediately on the first try and had, like, a seamless pregnancy because of taking probiotics. And even my midwife told me to double up on my probiotics when pregnant because it can stop any kind of bacterial infections because you're a lot more susceptible to bacterial infections. That's why they do that one test or whatever. Yeah, so it was so validating too to, like, have, like, a medical professional tell you that it's like, oh yeah, this is right. And you're like, cool. I was like, wow. And then I literally, like, I was able to, like, my whole pregnancy be with a midwife, have a home birth. It was just very validating because my whole, again, coming from a very toxic past and a toxic relationship to then have something very validating with my own physical body and like have a successful, like, everything and have a super healthy kid who's like literally was like, I mean, I think I went to one ultrasound appointment at my 20 weeks because they were like, oh, it's just good to go and look and make sure. But it was like, it was so, like, homeopathic and natural, like, really cool vibes. It was really cool. It was a cool experience. If I could go back and do it again, I would. That way. Maybe you can. You're not funny. I mean, not with me. No, with you. Sorry. You're my business partner. Not life partner. I mean, you can be my life partner. That's right. Okay. And then, so, after talking about all the vitamins and health and wellness, what else do you want to say? Yeah, well, there is a little something that we have seen in Starbucks recently. Oh no! Today's blue is brought to you by the number 9. Or 6. That is literally Blue's favorite number right now. He gave it to me. That's why it was on the table. So myself. Today's episode is brought to you by the number 9. And a vitamin deficiency. Yes, that's why we keep dropping and autoimmune illnesses. That's why we keep dropping it. My fingers don't work. Low magnesium. Is that it? I don't know. We're not a health podcast at all. Magnesium's for... It's for muscles. Magnesium. Muscles. Right. You get it from fish? That's mercury? And that's bad for you? Don't you get magnesium from fish too? I don't know. We are not a science podcast. Anyway, next. Oh, yes. So I want to talk about Starbucks. They have a very odd drink. Yep. That we've not tried. You could Cash App us though if you'd like us to try it on the next episode because I don't think I could financially buy that. I would need to be next to a restroom if we're gonna try. If it's next to a trash can. So basically, it's an olive oil based coffee. It's the ollieotto. I'm probably saying it so bad. What is it? Ollieotto.
That could be really bad. Let me look it up. I got the app.
Yeah.
I still like Starbucks. I'm just not really sure how I feel about this.
Well, and like,
I mean, also people are gonna be like, well, it's not very holistic. I'm not claiming to be this. I'm not claiming to be that. If I like something, I like it. I don't care what it is. Right. Guess what? McChickens.
Yeah.
I still love McChickens still. Sorry.
Interesting comparison.
I'm not saying Starbucks and McChickens. I'm just saying if it's unhealthy. I'm not saying that I'm like, gosh, my kid doesn't eat red dye 40, but
right.
I do love me a McChicken.
Okay, but I've done oil pulling. You've done oil pulling, right?
I like the Guru Nanda one. Well,
right.
I'll link it.
Yeah.
Put it in the LTK?
Yeah, we can put it in the LTK.
Does it stand for link to know or like to know?
Like to know.
Ooh,
but we can also do all like our links in YouTube as well.
True,
we can link everything in YouTube also.
We'll link it for you.
But
I like it. Yeah. It has vitamins and stuff in it, and I do it for like 5 to 10 minutes. If 10 if I'm feeling like real, whatever. I usually do it twice a day. I do it at night.
Do you still actively do it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I literally did this morning.
Oh, I used to do it a lot, but honestly, it really activated my TMJ.
Really?
Like, it really hurt.
Mine's just fucked. I give up.
Right.
We'll see what I do about it. Maybe I'll get my teeth done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were talking about,
I was thinking about trying to... So, apparently they do, like, you can do, like, Botox in your masseter muscles, and that'll help.
Honestly, sounds like it would feel so nice.
Getting injections in your jaws.
Because my jaw is just so... I've had my jaw worked on by chiropractors.
I have too.
Like, man,
did you see the video I sent you?
Right there.
The video of the guy just cracking the shit.
Yes, you sent me that.
Can we put that somewhere so they can see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I don't know who it is, and shout out to the guy that made the video, but it's just like one of the Halloween skeletons, and he's like, the chiropractor's be like, and he's just ripping
the skeleton apart.
As someone that really enjoys chiropractic therapy.
Oh my gosh,
so
same.
Funny.
Apparently my first adjustment was when I was 6 months old, too.
Wow.
Oh, but yes, back to this
it's called the ollieotto, but I could be wildly shitting that up. It's Oleato.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Ollieotto?
Yeah.
But so it probably sounds really...
Like, how is the olive oil in there?
Let's Google it. It is... It says, well, this is the Ollieotto Golden Foam Iced Shaken Espresso. Okay, well, this one says coffee nut, so just no. Okay, so this one says Starbucks Blonde Espresso Roast, which I like the most because I am a light and bright.
Yeah. Same.
I'm not a dark roast. I don't want it to taste like coffee. I want it to taste like dessert for breakfast.
Same.
Roast. It's the Blonde Espresso Roast combined with notes of toffee nuts. So obviously it has toffee nut syrup in it and oat milk with the sweet cream, but the sweet cream is infused with Partanna, Partanna. Partanna?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's extra virgin olive oil.
Oh, okay. So it's just like...
It's just the brand.
Oh, okay.
It's the brand that they partner with. I've seen that brand before. Let me show you. Hold on. For the camera.
I mean, coffee already, to me, is like a natural laxative. So I just... back to what I was saying with the oil pulling... You're not even supposed to swallow the coconut oil because it can activate your bowels. So I can't imagine.
It's actually very expensive olive oil right now. And I wonder if it's getting... I mean,
it's like a brand deal?
I don't know if it's very expensive because now people think that they're like, I'll go home and make this myself.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Because everybody wants to buy the foofy coffee. I'll just spend money.
I mean...
I don't have the kitchen space. Honestly,
maybe
with like
one
the
day
bread
we'll
maker
try it.
stuff.
Maybe we'll just get one and we could just like get little cups and we could do like a little taste test. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to try it.
No, but you also have your not milks. I love that for you.
Silk milk apologist.
And I'm not a hater of vegans. This is going to look like a vegan hater episode. I just really don't like non-dairy milks. And I just think it's like triggering. Because it's not...
My community is triggered.
I'm not triggered because I don't like
vegan.
Them.
Yeah.
You're not a vegan. This had pad thai 2 days ago.
That's exactly why I'm the bad one.
So this one.
Wait, let me see.
I was showing it to a video.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure you can fucking buy this in Target.
Yeah.
You can buy everything at Target. You can buy everything at Target.
Well, maybe next episode
we'll go to Target.
Try.
No. Dang it!
Maybe next episode we'll go to Target. I guess
I don't know.
We'll vlog
they
at
have
Target.
the other ones. Also, if you guys want to put in the comments, DM us your coffee orders.
Oh yeah, I'd love to know your coffee orders. I'm always down to like try a new coffee order. Yeah, I will be using almond milk though. So
yeah, Not
F around and find out.
Yeah. Colin's gonna find out if you don't. She'll know. Yeah. Send us Starbucks gift card. No, just kidding.
No.
So if anyone's still watching this and they're wondering, what the fuck do you guys drink? I get a cold brew. Oh my god, my phone's blowing up.
Yeah, even at home I make a caramel macchiato too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry. I don't know if I like how caramel tastes. My favorite coffee that I've ever had, and I'm really sad because it's literally not even over here. It was at
Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros,
Right.
and it's called a Golden Eagle.
She's literally always like, I'm going to Dutch Bros. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not going to Dutch Bros. She's like, I'm not.
I'm not. It's literally the last one I went to was in Arizona, but it's just like, I try to recreate it, and so what I try to do.
Do they sell their coffee like online?
Yeah, but they don't sell the good shit that goes in it.
Right.
And I'm not a barista over here. I like, honestly.
Well,
like,
and they use like the fancy stuff.
Yeah,
too.
and who the fuck wants to do that at like 7
That's
in
what
the
you should get
morning?
instead of the Keurig. You should get the what's it called with the pods?
The Nespresso?
Yeah.
What tax bracket do you think I'm in? I haven't even got my taxes back.
Nespresso sponsor Shannon. This episode wishes to be sponsored by Nespresso.
This episode is sponsored by caffeine beverages or Pepsi.
Or Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Blur that.
We like a good soda. We like a good soda. I really like Dr. Pepper.
I like this one. Kind of tastes like the Ollie Pops to me because it has the real sugar.
Oh no, you ruined it.
Well, okay.
We like health and wellness, but don't.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
Don't ruin my caffeinated beverages.
I'm just gonna go on to this.
Oh my god, you get so much shade.
I'm in the tropics.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, guys. Well, that concludes episode 2.
Mm.
Thank you guys so much
I
for
love
being
that.
here with us. If you made it to the end, you're a real one.
If you didn't make it to the end, you probably haven't watched the first one either.
Literally. Well, like, comment, subscribe, turn your
All the
notifications
fun
on
things.
so you can get notified when we have.
Yeah, let us
new
know what
things.
schedules also work. Like if we were to go live and people wanted to like interact and ask us like questions that we didn't ask.
Probably, we're hoping to maybe start going lives in the evenings in the springtime. We need to get a little bit more settled in our schedules, but maybe like mid-March, early April,
My
we'll
house is
start
under
doing
construction.
Yeah, and once this room is done being in construction,
This current room is in construction.
Everything's in construction right now.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a season of growing and abundance and fun things.
Yeah, literally.
Whatever.
All right,
Keep
well,
talking.
we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning, good night, good afternoon.
Goodbye.